Transparency, but not for Justin Trudeau's friends. I'm Brian Lilley with TheRebel.Media. If you were to listen to Justin Trudeau, the old government, the one led by mean Steve Harper, the miserable conservative government, that was all about keeping Canadians in the dark. Trudeau and his Liberals, though, they're about letting the sunshine in, letting Canadians know how things work, sunny ways and all.
Well, today, I'm here to announce what real change looks like. I'm here to talk about our comprehensive plan to modernize government. It starts with openness and transparency. We'll make transparency a fundamental principle of our government.
Now, of course, openness and transparency, it's easy to promise, hard to deliver on. Governments always want to keep information to themselves, not share it. Bureaucrats and politicians, they don't like the public they serve looking over their shoulders. I've told you recently about the ridiculous lack of transparency in the new Liberal era of Glasnost, how the Immigration Department is refusing to answer access to information requests on the Syrian refugee file because they're too busy getting refugees into Canada, and how CBC refused to release basic financial information to show how your money was spent. I guess when he promised openness and transparency, Trudeau didn't mean that kind of openness. But neither did he mean it for union leaders or native chiefs and councils. See, Trudeau's getting set to undo basic transparency laws brought in by the Conservatives to show how public money, or money protected by special laws, was being spent. Trudeau, well, he doesn't like those laws, and after getting overwhelming support from union bosses and native leaders, he plans on paying them back. According to reports, when Parliament resumes in 2 weeks' time, Trudeau will move quickly to repeal the First Nations Financial Accountability Act in Bills C-377 and C-525. The Financial Accountability Act allowed the public to see how the billions sent to band councils on reserves was spent. It allowed for the first time those that live on the reserves and those that pay the bills to see how the money was being dispersed. It's how we know about Chief Ron Giesbrecht and his $1 million payout from a poor reserve near Vancouver. But Trudeau doesn't like his buddies having to be open. He doesn't want you knowing where public money is going. He's already stopped enforcing the law against bands that refuse to comply. Now he's going to rescind it. Same with the union laws. 377 and 525, they're almost always called anti-union bills by the media party, but they're anti-union boss bills. 525 gives workers the right to a secret ballot to certify or decertify a union. Workers like that. Union bosses don't. Why? They can't intimidate, and the intimidation has been documented. Can you imagine not having a secret ballot in the last federal election, the one that brought in Trudeau and the Liberals? We wouldn't accept that as fair for our democracy, but our elected leaders, elected by a secret ballot, they're going to take that back. They're going to take that away from unionized workers to pay back the union bosses. 377? That was the law that forced unions to open their books and show how any substantial amount of money was paid or was spent. MPs and senators heard from union members that wanted this. They even heard from one of the whistleblowers of the Charbonneau Commission in Quebec, the public commission that showed collusion between politicians, organized crime, and unions. Regular workers, the ones paying the billions of dollars collected from their paychecks each year, they wanted this information. They wanted to know where that money was going. Now they're going to be left in the dark. Some claim union members already have access to that information. If that's the case, why did the MPs and senators hear from UFCW members, CUPE members, and others? Why did former NHLers have to take their union to court to find out how money was being spent? This is exactly the type of transparency that workers like, union bosses hate. Unions say they shouldn't be singled out, but let's face it, they're the only ones with the legal protection to forcibly take dues money off of people's paychecks. You can't complain about that money being spent on politics. The courts have said you can't opt out of paying for it either. These billions of dollars are collected tax-free. The unions don't pay tax on this. They have special status. They should be giving something in return, but they won't because Trudeau owes them. And to pay them back, he will throw his ideals of openness and transparency out the window. It appears that despite all the promises, it's just the same old Liberal politics.